Well, hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Saskatchewan guy, Ironman 3406 here, back on the Cockshutt 90 project. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, I think most of you know that my name's Nathan, but if you're new here, I'm Nathan. Welcome, thanks for stopping by. We've been working on a Cockshutt 90 here. So, last time you guys remember I sort of hurt myself lifting the cylinder head off. I since have cleaned off the top of the block. I took all the head studs out so that I can clean those. It also made it way easier to clean the deck here. Might be hard to see with the light, but I took a file to where all of the head studs had pulled the deck up a little bit, filed those all flat, and got the tops of the cylinders all cleaned out. So we could assess what's going on there a little bit better. I think I'm just going to roll with them. There's a little bit of rust here and there, but I think it'll clean up. I don't want to pull the liners if I don't have to, or the pistons, pardon me, to go into honing, but that may change, we'll see. And then, yeah, so we got the head over here on the bench. I killed myself or hurt myself again lifting it. No, that's a lie. I had help. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get the valves all taken out of this thing. This is the one that had the stuck valve. I do have the spring already removed. I got the valve freed up. I just wanted to make sure that my tool would actually work to get these valve springs all looked after. So yeah, that one's out already. We'll get the camera set here so that it's held better, and then see if we can't get these valves and springs all out of the head. Have a look at the valve seats. So stay tuned. So before you go ahead and take any of your cylinder heads apart, do yourself a favor. Grab yourself a piece of cardboard, punch some holes in it, put some numbers on it, 1 through 8, 1 through 16, however many valves the cylinder head has. This will help you keep them in order. Contrary to popular belief, you do want to keep these in order so that you can match them all up when you're doing valve grinding and putting everything back together. So it's cheap, it's easy. Take 30 seconds, make yourself a piece of cardboard, stick your valves in. And then the other thing, get yourself some bags and a permanent marker. This one right here, Sharpie or Milwaukee or whatever. Number them 1 through 8, so you can put all your springs and keepers and keep everything coordinated to the proper valve. Save yourself a bunch of headache later. So we will get started with number 8 here, or the number 4 exhaust valve, but I'm calling it number 8. That's just how I'm keeping track of what's what. So got my valve spring compressor tool here, just stick it on so it gets on the spring, kind of like so, and then it's just a matter of turning this dial here, compressing the spring, and then I just give them a little push so I can get my keepers out with a magnet. And then we just back the pressure back off of that spring compressor. Just like so. And then we just, I guess got a little more on there yet. And we just relieve the tension, and there's our spring. and we can pop the valve out. There we go. So we'll have a look at all these after we get them all out, but yeah, we'll keep going here. And again, just keep your valve keepers, valve spring components all in sequential order, numbered bags or numbered parts containers, whatever's easiest for you, so you don't mix them up. And then we'll take our valve and just stick it through the hole in the cardboard that I didn't make big enough. Just like that. Now let's pop the valves out. That was a little sticky. Alright, so let's see what we can see on the valves here. Ooh, that one's got a pretty good groove in it. Need to really get them cleaned up to really have a good idea of what's there for wearing the seats, but we'll get them on the cardboard slots there and clean them up a little bit later. Alright, we'll get the head swung around so I can flip it over, and we'll have a look at the seats. Actually, I don't need to slide it around. Ooh, sorry everybody. Go. Now we can have a look at our seats for the first time. Some light in there. They're definitely rusty, but that's okay. We'll get them tidied up and assess more. Maybe I'll be able to get away with just lapping these instead of having to grind them. Anyway, I'll clean up those seats a little bit and bring you back. A little more aggressive. Alright, so at least now we got a little better idea what we're working with. There's a little bit of rust pitting and stuff, but you know, after the first one, I think we'll be in good shape. So I'll rinse and repeat 3 more times, and I'll bring you back. I don't think you need to watch. You saw what I did for the first one. It's just going to be times 3. So I'll bring you back when that's all wrapped up. Alright everybody, as promised, back after I finished cleaning out all of the valve bores, or valve seats I should say. I also give the quick cylinder head surface a quick buff job too. But if we look at the seats, I don't know how well these are going to show up on camera. The exhausts are a little worse than the intakes. The intakes all seem to be a lot less pitted than the exhaust, but nothing that I don't think we can salvage. I just might have to bust out my valve grinding equipment and see if I remember how to use that stuff. It's been a minute, but I'm real happy with how this all cleaned up. So yeah, what's next? I guess cleaning the valves. So we'll bring you back when we get to the valves. Well, everyone, I am actually out of time here for tonight. I got to get a bag packed and things to get back on the road to head out for work tomorrow. So we're not going to get a chance to clean the valves here in this video, but in the next one, or in between now and the next one, I'll clean them up and show you guys on the next video, whatever the case. We did get the head disassembled, inspected those seats so we know where we're at. So got all our pieces in the right bags so we know where they go when we put it back together. Same with the valves all being numbered. Make sure you do that when you're disassembling an engine. It saves you a lot of grief. So with that, I'm going to sign off. If you guys are liking this series, don't forget to like, subscribe. There'll be more coming on it. My goal is to try and have this thing running by spring, so I intend to hit it pretty hard here. It's going to be, finding some parts is going to be a challenge, but we'll find them. It'll be all right. So yeah, with that, I will sign off for the night, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. And don't forget, I am Iron Man.